and a bunch of servers in cities mixed in. But if I use just cities and type N again, I won't be getting New South Wales now, because cities will restrict to just smaller elements. So like a city, a suburb, and regions is more the macro elements on the geopolitical subdivisions. So you'll be getting states and province, that kind of stuff. So if you're building something like, let's say, a hotel finder, you may not really want to give your user street as results. You may want to give them just cities, cities and suburbs. So you'd use the city type collection.
So what would I do if there was something like a pseudo establishment, like let's say a farmer's market? So if I want to find all the farmers markets, then
yeah, so you'll have to be in our indexes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have. If it's a farmer market that is like a permanent event, we may have it. But if it's something that maybe will happen once a week, I don't think that we will have it in our indexes. But that's one interesting question, because what we want to do with API is we want to get a sense back from the development community and their users of what they think a place is. Because currently, Google has its own idea what a place should be. But if we get the feedback from developers and they have the ability to add places using the API. So if a lot of people start adding, farmer's market, or even a bench in a park, there's no reason, if that's recognized by applications and by users as a valid and prominent place, there's no reason why it shouldn't be indexed.
Someday we might see speakeasies and
absolutely
Google places. Cool. Or farmers markets.
So that's it for the autocomplete demo. And so the other important service that the Place API provides is the ability to search for places. Some people sometimes ask us, where should I use search and where should I use autocomplete? So autocomplete is really optimized to an interactive session with the user. So the user is typing something, he knows what he's looking for, he knows the name of the place he's looking for, and he's typing into a keyboard or a soft keyboard on a mobile device. And autocomplete will spit back answers really quickly. So it's really low latency and really fast. But at the same time, the ability to restrict your search and refine your search is much more limited. So if you're doing more exploratory type of search, so you want to know what places are around you, around a certain suburb, or around your user. Maybe he's holding a phone right now. I want to know what's the nearest bar or what's the nearest grocery shop. You'd search for that, because the user doesn't know exactly what he's searching for. So that's what you would use search for, and it works. So the basic format is you give a center in the radius, and it's going to return the 20 places that are most prominent around that query area, the search area. So we're using here in this demo, we're using the map viewport as the search area. So I can position the map, let's say around the Moscone Center, and I'll do a search. So that's what the Place API, I think, are the 20 most prominent places in this area of San Francisco. So they are ranked by order of prominence. So, the most prominent places are the one that will come first.
And it's really kind of a variety of different places, right?
There's
downtown is a place in here. Which
yeah, exactly. I didn't do any restrictions in terms of what places you want us to return. So let me do again with a more narrow search radius.
And kind of what I've seen too. I mean, the sample of types that you have here. I mean, it's really extensive, right? I mean, there's the types that
we have, I think, around 130 different types, and it's actually there's a lot of important types that are missing from the list, but we're trying to approach it really carefully, because inside Google those types are changing all the time,
right.
And once we commit that as an API to outside developers, we cannot change them anymore. So we chose to at first expose just those types that we really trust aren't changing, and hopefully we're going to be bringing more types in the near future. So now I can try being a little bit more specific with my search. So I'll just clicked on store, and now my request will come mostly for store. So you actually can see there's restaurants that come back. They're flagged as restaurants in the icon, but if you actually dig into them, you're gonna see they're maybe a department store that has a restaurant or a cafe, or MoMA has their own cafe and has something inside of them. So the fact that the icon is not really for a store doesn't mean that place doesn't match your query.
And then one of our moderator questions was on kind of how things are ranked in here. So.
All right. So, as I said, the ranking, the basic ranking is the same one as you get on Google Maps. So you're ranking by the prominence of the place in the search area. So you can actually get a place that is really close to the search area boundary, come up as the first result. That probably means that it ranks really high in terms of popularity and number of reviews, and that kind of stuff. But we just recently added an option to rank by distance. So when I rank by distance, I actually ignoring the permanence, and I'm returning them in order of distance to the center of the search. So when I rank by distance, I'm not actually looking at the boundary anymore. It's not a search area. I just give a point, and then we will return the 20 places that match the query. They're closest to that center.
So then it's really I mean the maps window that you have there won't drop the pins.
If I repeat the same search, you get the same 20 places, no matter what zoom level I'm at. Nice. And so one important point to make about searching by distance. Let me try. So you see here in my little demo, if I untoggle store, so I have no types restrictions, I can't actually search by distance anymore. If you try doing a rank by distance and you don't provide a keyword or a type restriction, you get an invalid request back. So there's got to be some type of restriction to your search, because it doesn't really make sense to make a search when you say, give me the 10 closest place to this point, if you don't say, yeah, but what type of place are you looking for?
Awesome. So we might want to dive into moderator. I actually have one more question. It was really interesting to me. I notice you have checkboxes for the types. You can specify multiple types.
You can absolutely. So I could, for instance, go say that I'm working on a website that is related to travel, right? So we may want to do searches. The user is searching for, what type of attractions are around a certain location. So you could do a search with restaurants, lodging, museum at once, and you get all of them. You don't actually have to do 3 searches. You could do 3 searches if you want more than 20 results, though. So it's up to you how you wanna structure your app.
Yeah, ultimately, I mean, since users are getting